Hey guys, welcome back to General Manager Games. My name is Aaron, and this is another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is September 1st. We are 90 and 49. We are half a game up on the San Francisco Giants, who we just cannot shake. They are 90 and 50. We are the two best teams in baseball. Cleveland has got 89 wins. We are by far the two best teams in the National League, but we just cannot shake them. We went 19 and 10 in August, so it was a good month for us. Lost MJ Melendez for a couple of weeks. We'll get him back before the playoffs. So we're going with a combination of Gabe Briones, who's a two-star catcher, one of the best defensive catcher I have in my minor leagues right now. So we called him up. He's going to start, and Alan Haggers will continue to back him up as the offensive option. And we are going to get through September and hopefully three-peat. I mean, that's really the plan here, right? Let's three-peat. So let's get this month started and see how September goes. And we're a half game out of first place. So San Francisco just keeps winning. It's a 4-0 win. Lawler with a 3-run homer. Marin, the rookie, picks up his 14th victory of the season. Game 3 in San Diego. 9-4 loss. We lose 2 out of 3 in San Diego. And now we've got probably the biggest series of the season. I shouldn't. I mean, if we win all three, we are a game and a half up. 2.5 up. If we win all three, we're 2.5 up. If we lose all three, we're 3.5 down. So we win the first one, so we are a game and a half up now. Guy Garibay and Buxton each homer. Shabazz 15 and 4 on the season. Game 2. San Francisco's had our number this year, too. So we win another one. So we win 12-4. So we're going to come out of this series in first place. It's just a matter of whether or not we come out 2.5 up or half a game up. We get 3 hits, 4 RBIs from Buxton, 2 hits, 3 RBIs from Lawler, 2 players who likely won't be with the team next year. Pena improves to 11 and 9, and we look for the sweep. Are we going to be 2.5 up or half a game up? We're 2.5 up on San Francisco as we come into their hometown and we sweep them. Guy Garibay 2 for 3, 3 runs knocked in. Lujan with a couple of hits. Yeah, he's had an off season, only hitting .250 this year after putting up a 50 burger a year ago. So yeah, down season for Julio. Hopefully he can have a solid September and improve those numbers a bit. Molina now 11 and 6, gets that ERA under 4. So we had 5 at home now against San Diego. I got to call up. I think I have to call people up. Yeah, we only have 26. We got to get some pitchers up. So we got a doubleheader coming up today. So we'll call up a few players. Just call up a few players. Let's get these guys in as middle relief and long relief. And let's see how the doubleheader goes. We split the doubleheader. We win one game 2-1. Bukowskis, who's been just absolutely lights out for us, gets the win, and then we lose game 2. Brown got the start. Yeah, Savino and Stadler, man, just continue to not be great. One game up on San Francisco. We got the final game of the series against San Diego. Oh, we win this one 6-2. Paulino 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Lechuga with 10 home runs and 18 runs knocked in. Shabazz only goes 3 1/3. He's not hurt, is he? Back spasms. Okay. I can deal with back spasms. Final game of the series against San Diego as we look to take 3 out of 5 at home against the Padres. We do. Brown and Paulino each with 2 hits and an RBI. Pena 6 shutout. Cubs now. We won 3 in a row. Make it 4 as we win 10-3. Paulino 3 for 4, 3 runs knocked in. Buxton with a home run. Briones with his first home run. Paulino hits 2. Lujan averaged on 248, but he walks 3 times in this one. Molina gets the win. Game 2. 6-5 loss. And the final game of the series is 12-2 win. Offense cruising here. Garibay 4 for 4, 5 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Tamar Johnson at 350. Hits his 27th home run. Bukowskis with another win. We go to Los Angeles for 3, and then we end our season with 6 games at home against the Rockies. 4 games up. We are 4 games up on San Francisco, so they're having a difficult month here. So we win there. Buxton gets hurt. I just want to clinch the division, and then I'm going to shut some of these guys down for the rest of the year. So I'll shut down Buxton. I'll shut down some of my young pitchers. Can't have anybody else getting hurt. So if we clinched the division, I don't think we have. We got a 4-game lead with like 9 games left. So we're not there yet. Game 2. It's all about clinching the division, skipping that wild card round. So we lose there and we win there. So another day-to-day injury, but we win 6-1. Tamar Johnson 3 hits. Brown and Garibay each 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Brown, Garibay, and Jesse Franklin homer. Molina 6 2/3 shutout innings, striking out 10. So we got 6 games left at home now against Colorado. And we got players retiring. So we're 3 games up, so that means our magic number should be 3, right? Have that right? 4. Magic number's 4. So any combination of 4 Arizona wins and San Francisco losses, and we clinch. So let's see what happens here in game 1. So we win, and they win. Okay, so there's one of our 4, so our magic number is now 3. Brown 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Arias hits his 10th. Bukowskis pitches well. All right, game 2. We win, they lose. So that means our magic number should be 1, I believe. Garibay 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Lujan 3 for 4. Marin goes to 15 and 6. So our magic number should be 1, right? Yep. Okay. So 1 win for us or 1 loss for San Francisco, and we clinch the division. As soon as we clinch the division, we're shutting some of these players down. We clinch the division. Same day, MJ Melendez comes back from injury. We win 8-5. We win the National League West the 2nd straight year. Garibay 2 for 3. Lawler with 3 RBIs. Pena goes 4 2/3. Jansen gets the win. Wow, look at that. Miles Jansen. That's an outing. All right. So we will bench him. Bench him for 3 days. We will bench him for 3 days. We will bench him for 3 days. Anybody else? Is there anybody else that's like fragile or anything like that we want to... He's durable. He's normal. He's fragile. We will bench him for 3 days. Not taking any chances at all with some of these players. Pitching staff, same deal. Shabazz, Molina, Marin, and Pena none of them are going to be starting. We're going to go Miles Jansen. Gunnar Meyer. We have anybody else who can start? Anybody in the minors who wants to get a couple of starts here? Sean Lennon, and Hamarillo. Works for me. Lennon, Hamarillo, Shabazz. We will bench for 3 days. Not taking any chances whatsoever. Molina, bench him for 3 days. Pena, bench him for 3 days. I got burned too many times that it leaves me really concerned. So I'm not taking any chances with any of these players. So they're all benched. Lineups, they're all benched, and we'll just let the AI do what the AI do. So let's go ahead and sim the rest of the season. We got 3 games left against Colorado. It's going to be Skeleton Crew. (10-9) loss. 7-2 loss. And a 4-0 loss. And that is why we bench people. Last game of the season, we lose J.B. Bukauskas for the rest of the year. Now, it's okay, I guess, because he probably wouldn't be in the rotation given the postseason, but that is why we bench people, folks. And he was absolutely dynamic, 10-3 for us with a 2.88. So, all right, so we win the division. We finished 105-57. Was that our best record? Yeah, so our second straight 100-win season. Finished last season 104-58. So this is our best record as owner of the Diamondbacks. Again, we're going to look very different next year. I can't believe our fan interest is down to a 73. This is crazy. It's going to drop down to like 50 when all those people leave next season. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, great season. First in runs for, first in runs against. We were the best team in baseball this season. 105 victories. We can get Melendez back in there for Briones. Cool. So offensively, Tamar Johnson put up 6 WAR on the year. Jandel Paulino 4.3. Guy Garibay 4.3. Arias 3.3. Lawler 2.5. Lujan 2.5. Melendez 2. Yeah, our offense was dynamic, to say the least. Only had 2 players with 100 RBIs this year. Last year we had 4. Garibay came up just short. Lawler came up just short. But all in all, I will take it. I absolutely will take it. Some disappointment, like Haggers, I expected him to hit a little better. Rincon didn't hit particularly well, but he was out there more for his defense than anything else. Lechuga, 11 home runs and 22 RBIs. That's a rough combination, or a rough ratio there. Pitching wise, again, we were just incredible, and gonna get better next season, hopefully. So we got a Tor Marin, 15-6 as a rookie. Look at that, 4 players with 240 strikeouts in our rotation. Marin, 240 Ks and 170. Pena, 265. Shabazz, 266. Molina, 262. All 3 of them put up at least 3.8 WAR. Savino was up and down. I would love to bring him back, but we'll see what the contract demand is after we have some players opt out and contracts that we don't renew and that sort of thing. Yeah, Fitz Stadler, I think his time with us is actually done this time, unless his contract demand is significantly lower next season. So our starting pitching was elite. Our bullpen was good enough, and that's really all I need is good enough. So that is going to do it. We'll get to the playoffs. And we will we'll run through the playoffs here in just a second. So, guys, I will be right back. All right, we're back. It's time for the postseason. So we have the NL batting champ in Tamar Johnson this season. 357 batting average for Tamar, who has been, he was one of our top first few draft picks, and he has been outstanding. Who was our first overall draft pick? I think it was Drew Jones, right? I think it was Drew Jones was our top overall, was our very first draft pick. Where am I going here? Yeah, Drew Jones was our top pick. He's now in AA in San Diego. Jacob Reimer didn't make it. His first draft was not very good. In fact, Gabe Briones in the majors is One of the few names that made it. Rickabaugh was a 15th round pick. We ended up trading him. Then we went Guy Garibay, Brennan Siegler, who's now with the Dodgers. Then Tamar Johnson. Caminiti was a bust. Retired at age 26. Then Jason Brown, Molina, and then Pickett was a bust. So we had a couple of good ones, couple of bad ones there. So, all right, it's time for the playoffs. Playoff roster. Eligible for postseason roster. Who's not on the roster that should be? Lechuga. You can take Lennon off, put Lechuga on there. What are they doing here? Take Lockout, put him in. Take Ibarra out, put Stumpo in. And leave it like that. All right, so we're going to go 4-man rotation. We're going to go Molina. Then we're going to go Marin. Then we're going to go Shabazz. Then we're going to go... No, I did that backwards. Pena. Then Marin. Then Shabazz. Then Molina. Think we use more often. Use more... In fact, we're going to make Devin Williams a stopper for the postseason. He's going to be middle relief. Use more often. Middle relief. Long relief. Yep. And then the lineups shouldn't have changed at all. Waller is back in 2 days, so that's fine. Get Rincon out there. Get Lechuga out there. Get Lechuga out there. Same deal here. Rincon on the infield. Lechuga in the outfield. And we're going to sim up to the next playoff round. And we are going to try to three-peat. Try to three-peat. Yeah, and we're going to look... I mean, I've said this a couple of times now, but we are going to look very, very different next season as the financial reins are going to be kind of placed on us, I think, unless we can win it all. If we can win it all again, maybe we get another boost. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to be tight. We're gonna have some players we're not gonna be able to bring back. And we're playing the Giants again, cause of course we are. The 162 San Francisco Giants. They're still, I mean, they won 100 games, but yeah. I mean, they had the best bullpen in the league. They were very good defensively, but their starting pitching is just okay, and they're not set up the way they want because they just played a series. And their offense is okay, but not great. They got a couple players injured. Anybody of note? Yeah, Jung-Hoo Lee. Yeah, Umanzor's a big one. He hit 320 for them this year. So yeah, they've suffered some injuries. So hopefully we can take them here. So let's get right into it. So it's going to be Luis Murillo, or Murillo probably, for the Giants versus Robinson Pena of the Diamondbacks. They beat us 10-9 in the season series this year, and we take a 1-0 lead with a 5-4 victory. Got up 5-0 and held on for the win. Tamar Johnson 3 for 4, a couple of RBIs, including a home run. Pena goes 7, and we win Game 1. Game 2 will be Ettore Marin. Actually, yeah, it'll be Ettore Marin against Bobby Miller, and we take a 2-0 series lead as we demolish the Giants 11-3. Julio Lujan, the postseason legend, with 5 runs knocked in here in game number 2. Lawler with 3. Arias drives in a couple. Marin picks up the postseason win. And we look for the sweep of the 100-win San Francisco Giants in San Francisco, Game 3. Jonathan Shabazz against Mitch Spence. And we do. We sweep our division rivals in the National League Division Series, 3-0. Jandel Paulino is your MVP. 455, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Julio Lujan finishes at 417. Shabazz only goes 3 1/3. Did he get hurt? He sure did. Wonderful. All right, well, hopefully it's not serious. As we move on to the next round, my guess is another 12-month injury. So we'll be without Felice and Shabazz for most of next season. 1 week. Okay. Day to day. I can deal with a 1 week day-to-day injury. Probably push him back a few days. So getting the sweep here is huge. keep simming ahead. We're going to be taking on the Mets or the Reds. The Mets are up 3 games. Oh, so it's going to be us and the Mets. Yeah, so the Mets swept the Reds. So let's take a look at the Mets, shall we? What am I doing? New York Mets. Went 89-73. Good pitching staff. Significantly below average offense. Helcris Olivares, 17-game winner. Adam Mazur. How did he end up? Oh, he must have... Did we trade him? We traded him to the Mets. Adam Mazur with a good first season in New York. Carlos Meza, 18 wins. Wow. And old friend Pablo Lopez. So, offense not great. Very good pitching staff. I hope our pitching staff is better than theirs. We will see how it goes. Game 1, Helcris Olivares against Robinson Pena at home. Goes to the Mets. They beat us 1-0. Score a run in the 8th inning. Robert Hassel III with an RBI. Fitz Stadler again blows it. So we lose home field advantage. We lose the first game. So Adam Mazur going against his former club. And we get to him and we win 5-3. So they scored the first 3 runs of the game. We came back with 2 in the 4th. Tied it in the 5th. Scored 2 in the 7th. Guy Garibay drove in a couple. Brown with a couple of hits and an RBI. Melendez a couple of hits. Marin pitches 6 and a 3rd. Was Shabazz ready yet? Who are we? We're Arizona. Got a substantial throw. Yeah, he can't start. We're going to have to start. Yeah, Molina's fine. We can start him. I have no problem with that. So at least we get a day off here in between games. So he'll be back by, I don't know, game 5 or 6 or something. Molina against Meza goes to the Arizona Diamondbacks. We win 4-2. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 6th. We get the win. Garibay 2 for 5. Julio Lujan 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, including a home run. Molina only goes 3 2/3. He walks 7, strikes out 7. Bullpen gets it done. I don't think Shabazz is going to be ready to go. We may have to piece this one together. Shabazz out for one more day, right? Yeah, he's out for one more day. Pena is... Do we go with Pena on 3 days rest? I think we do. Strict order. We'll do that. So we're going to go with Pena on 3 days rest here with a 2-1 series lead. And it pays off as we win 4-2 to take a 3-1 series lead. Mets scored a run in the 1st. We scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th. 3 RBIs for Julio Lujan. He is our postseason god. Pena only goes 3. That's fine. Bullpen comes in and does what they're supposed to do. And we win 4-2. Take it back to Arizona. Jonathan Shabazz is back and ready to go. Oh, no, we're still game 5 in New York. Shabazz should be ready to go now. He is, as we look to advance to the World Series. And we do. Julio Lujan with another 3-run homer. He is named the National League Championship Series MVP. Shabazz comes back, goes 6, gives up 1 run, strikes out 8, and we advance to our 3rd straight World Series. We'll be taking on either the Oakland Athletics or the Cleveland Guardians. And they're going to Game 5, so we're going to get a few days rest here, which is nice. Ooh, Gunnar Hoagland out for 16 months. Who are we taking on? The Oakland Athletics. Bryce Harper is set to retire. 39-year-old Bryce Harper, 562 Major League home runs, 23 hits, 80-win player, surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. And we are going to be taking on the Oakland A's. The 97-65 Oakland A's in the World Series. Great pitching staff, not a fantastic offense. Jesus Gonzalez, an absolute monster. 21-4 on the season, but we got pitchers who can match him. They don't have much beyond Gonzalez, and their offense is not particularly good. They got Malachi Knight, who I dig. I love that batting profile. But that's about it. So I'm feeling confident here in our to see if we can pick up our 3rd straight World Series title. Let's check our rotation and make sure. So we got Pena's healthy or ready to go. So everybody's ready to go. So we're going right back up to the top of the order. We're going to go Pena, Marin, Shabazz, Molina. Molina's control's down to a third. Oh, I got scouting not right on him. Okay. So we got Pena, Marin, Shabazz, Molina going here. They go with Gonzalez in game 1. We go with Robinson Pena, and we beat their ace 5-2. That was the one I was concerned about. We take their ace out of the equation. I think we have title number 3 in our horizon. On our horizon. Byron Buxton hitting .036 this postseason. Gonzalez goes the distance, but our pitching staff did a better job, so we win game 1. So we got Daniel Espino going against Ettore Marin in game 2. 2-0 series lead as we win 9-4. 3 runs in the second, third, and fourth. Garibay, Paulino each drive in 3. Lujan hitting .400 in the postseason. Buxton finally connects. Marin goes 7. Game 3 in Oakland. Jonathan Shabazz against John Glasscock. Shabazz against Glasscock. That's a name. That's a matchup for the ages. Shabazz and Glasscock in game 3. Goes to the Diamondbacks. We win 3-2, and we are 1 game away from our 3rd straight World Series title. Byron Buxton has 2 hits. Shabazz goes 6, striking out 11. And I don't think I've ever won 3 straight World Series in a Let's Play. I've done, I don't know, what, a dozen Let's Plays at this point? I don't think I've ever won 3 straight. We got the rookie, Luis Molina, going against Yarlin Susana in Game 4. And we lose. We lose 5-4. So we get 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Buxton, who all of a sudden has that average up to a $150. Bummer gets the loss. Okay. Well, Game 5 gives us Pena against Espino, or is it going to be against their ace? We lose Lawler for 4 to 5 weeks. That's not ideal. All right, so Rincon will come in and play 3rd. So it says Espino. So Pena against Espino here in Game 5 goes to the Diamondbacks. And Byron Buxton, who is hitting .038 when the World Series started, is named your World Series MVP. 6 for 16, 1 home run, 7 runs knocked in. And guys, we are a 3-time World Series champion. I would say that qualifies as a dynasty. Let this thing sim ahead a day. Bukowski's eligible to come off the DL. That's great. We'll sim ahead to the offseason. And we will pause. And we will come back. And we will do the offseason. So I will be right back. All right. Let's get into it. 3-time World Series champion Arizona Diamondbacks. We have no money. Fan loyalty is still below average. Fan interest is at an 83. Let's bump ticket prices up a little bit more again. I think after back-to-back World Series championships, I think we're justified in bumping our ticket prices to just short of $30 a ticket. We did not get a fan interest bump. We did not get a fan loyalty bump. We did not get a market size bump. We did not get a larger budget. So this stinks that Devin Williams did not meet his vesting option, so he's now a free agent. So we're going to lose him too. He was quite good for us. What was that vesting option? Does it tell me? No. All right, well, that's not great. So Byron Buxton, we are going to void the final year of Mr. Buxton's contract. Jordan Lawler opts out of his contract. Fitz Stadler, we are going to void that as well. Nestor Corredor is one of our coaches. It looks like he's going to be going to Yokohama. Not that we need another pitcher, but as expected, Lawler opts out. So Williams, Buxton, Lawler, Stadler, all gone. Yeah, he's after careful consideration, he's decided to extend our contract. You quiet. All right, so we got a lot of coaches leaving that we're gonna have to hire. We have the number 10 and number 6 prospect in the game. Injured list is down to 19 days, so that's good. They knocked that back down. We have to hire some... First thing I want to do is I want to look and see if there is a scout who's better than ours. Chris Hammond, it looks okay, but he's not better than... excuse me. Not better than our scout. What about a trainer? We got an elite trainer out there anywhere? John Price looks pretty good. What is our trainer? Decent and good across the board. So this guy was good as, so he's average at rehabbing the back. I think we just stick with what we have. I mean, I wish this guy was even passable at prevention, but it is what it is. All right, so we need to hire... I really don't want to go through all this. I talked about being willing to do this on the live stream, but I really don't want to do this. We're going to let our assistant GM handle it. We're going to let our assistant GM handle it. I just can't be bothered. I'm sorry. So next step is arbitration. So we have a little bit of money now that we've opted, and now that we've kind of handled those contracts, but it's really just a little bit of money. So let's go to arbitration and see. Oh, we only have 3 players up for arb. Ugh, look at all this. These fan interest hits are going to be absolutely crushing. Can we bring Savino back? Does he still want the 1.5? He does. Okay, let's just get that locked down now. Let's get him 3 years at like 1.325. Will he take that? He will. All right, let's just get that locked down and not worry about that one. Stadler wants more than I want to give him. Lawler's contract, that's reasonable. That is reasonable. Bummer wants 9. We'll let that pass. Arias wants... I think... I don't know if that's the right move. All right, let's talk to our relievers first. Let's get these contracts settled. Yeah, we don't have many players that are eligible for arbitration, but we will continue to bring back our pitchers. 1925. And then Jansen wants 1.4, so we can bring him back at 1.325. All right, so we have 5 free agents who are not eligible for compensation. Kauskas wants more than we're willing to give him. Buxton wants more than we're willing to give him. Danny Wilkinson. Yeah, these are all, it's all way too much money for these guys. So yeah, we're gonna quite different next year, and that's fine. I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. Tony Romo, we need to bring him back. He wants $1 million. Great. Let's bring him back, have him up. Maybe even just keep him as a trade chip, but I want to have him as part of the team. Valdez Acuna. He was really bad last year, but good the year before that. I don't know that we need him. I mean, it's never bad to have too much depth in your minor league, especially when it comes to pitching. So let's bring him back. Anybody else? I think we just... I don't want to... I mean, there's so many just ridiculous names here. Like, I just don't want to go through this entire list. I mean, there's so many free agents here. Look at this. I think I'm just going to let a lot of these guys walk, and then I'll fill in my minor leagues with veterans when we get to the end of spring training. So they offered contracts to all these guys. So now the big question is, if we don't bring Jordan Lawler back, I don't know what do we have for free agents at third base. We got Bichette, who obviously we won't be able to afford. We've got Noelvi Marte, who we won't be able to afford. Gabriel Arias, who we won't be able to afford. Ortega, who we can't afford. Ramirez, who we can't afford. And do we go... I mean, from looking at what's here... I mean, Brendan Rodgers only wants 3.2. I mean, he led the American League in hitting last year. And maybe we look at someone like Brendan Rodgers, or let's just get to free agency and see what's there. The option, the other thing that we need to do is what do we do with Arias? I mean, I offered him the qualifying offer. He wants 7 years at $19 million, but I'm kind of concerned. Like, I don't want to pay him $19 million. So my concern, obviously, is that he accepts this deal. If he accepts the deal, we may just have to trade him. So I think we offer him the qualifying offer and see where that gets us. We're going to take big fan interest bumps, losing Buxton and some of these other guys, but it just sort of is what it is. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to move any of these players. I mean, I can't move Lujan. I just can't. I mean, he's with the team until he retires. We have a lot of money. I mean, if I knew that Ettore Marin was going to be there in the offseason, I'm probably not signing Pena or Feliz. My hope is that Feliz opts out of his deal after next season. If he doesn't, we got a lot of money locked up in pitching through 2036. But yeah, like next year, like I don't know, because right now we need a center fielder, we need a shortstop, we need a third baseman. Like those are the three things we absolutely need. I mean, we could, in theory, go into this season with Jose Lechuga as our starting center fielder, or Bob Scales as our starting center fielder, who frankly would be better than Buxton defensively. Can't hit his weight, though. Third base, we could, in theory, move Tamar Johnson over to third when Zamora is ready to come up, which won't be next year. That'll be the year after. So, yeah, there's some stuff that we need to do. So, I'm going to sim ahead now to free agency, and we will take a look at the awards, and we'll figure out what the next steps are. So, I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. It's free agency. Gabriel Arias turned down the qualifying offer, which is good news. So we will get a comp pick if he signs someplace else. We signed all of our players. Oh, awards. AL Gold Glove winners. You can see the list there. Grable, Roma, Miranda, Reckley, Franco, Matt Williams, Malachi Knight, Elijah Green, Angel Antezana. And the NL, we didn't have any this year. Okay. AL reliever of the month, Luarbert Arias, with a very good season. In the NL, Chris Wright of the Giants. They had the top three. They had a really good bullpen this year. Silver Sluggers in the AL, Rushman, De Los Santos, Bichette, Rogers, Marte, Knight, Green, Rodriguez, Rizzo. In the NL, Tamar Johnson at second base, and Guy Garibay as the designated hitter. AL Rookie of the Month, or of the Year, Isaiah Brown, catcher. And in the NL, Ilario Gamosi of the Mets. Marcotte is your AL Manager of the Year, and I am your Manager of the Year in the NL. Cy Young winner in the American League, Jesus Gonzalez in the NL. Edgar Gomez, Pena finishes fourth. There's the rookie Marin. How did Marin not win the Rookie of the Year in the National League? Really? Okay. AL MVP Alexis Rizzo of the Yankees. And Fernando Tatis wins another one in the National League. He's at 503 home runs at age 32. So he's got an outside shot. International free agents. Hopefully there's not another elite pitcher that's going to be begging me to sign him. Hopefully there's one of these bats fits a need. Nope. Nope. All right. So here we go. Into free agency. I have no idea how much money we have. We have $739,000 with which to sign a center fielder and a third baseman. That's not going to happen. All right. So what's the play here? Like I said, I think we can probably run with a combination of Lechuga and Scales in center. Start Lechuga and bring in Scales as a defensive replacement. I really don't want Rincon starting at third. Man, I don't know what the answer is here because we don't have anybody who's ready. I mean, we got Luis Ariz down in AAA. And we can call him up. Maybe use him at third base. Yeah, we have like no minor leaguers now. Like our entire minor league system is empty. So I'm going to have to sign some veterans here over the next few days, which is fine. Yeah, we have no money and nobody that I particularly want to trade. I mean, nobody wants Feliz because he's injured. Anybody want Pete? Like, I hate to do this. Get Rick Bob back. I think these are just the only teams that have money. Can't, like, I can't do that. I mean, I think we just have to lean on our pitching and accept the fact that we're going to have a down year offensively. So right now our starting third baseman is Jose Rincon. It's just awful. And let's see what's there. See if maybe we can come up with something creative. We really need like a 1 year stopgap until we can get until Zamora's ready, because he'll start in AAA next season, and then he'll come up the year after that. So we really just need a 1 year stopgap at third base. And then in center field, like I said, I think we just run with kind of the way we had it set. Run with Lechuga and Scales, I guess. He wants 18 million. Stott wants 10. I mean, I think the alternative, I think the other thing to do is to wait until the Rule 5 and see what becomes available there. Because there's just nothing here that I want to... I mean, we could bring in someone like Xavier Edwards. And he have the 198 batting average last season. Try to get Kiner Falefa back to play third base for us. I guess he hasn't played for us in this world. But he's played for Kansas City twice. Baltimore twice. He wants 2.2. I only have $775,000 to give him, so I can't offer him $2.2 million. So I think this is going to be a light off season for free agency, and we just kind of go with what we have. I am going to try to sign anybody to minor league deals that's willing to accept them at this point to try to fill in the minor league system. But yeah, I think the goal at this point is to get up to the Rule 5 and see if we can come up with a third base solution there. I think that's probably the best option here, guys. So that is what I am going to do, and I will see everybody at the Rule 5. I will be right back again. All right, it is Rule 5 time, and again, I don't suspect that we're going to be uber busy. Well, we might be in the Rule 5 because we need a couple of players, but we should probably put all of these guys on the 40-man just so we don't lose them. We don't have enough players in our minor league system as it is, so let's go ahead and let's just add all of these guys. May as well. Why does it pop up on the left some of the times and pull up on the right other times? It's like our entire minor league system. It's on our 40-man roster right now. I love it. All right. Rule 5. We are picking last. No surprise. All right. So third base. Do we have anybody who can actually play third base? I think we take Willie Esparza and don't even think twice. The bat is enough. And he's not great at third base, but he's passable. Don't even think about it. Just take him. His nickname is Clam. You can't beat that. Ezekiel Schwartzman. There is a name. That is an A-plus name. Was never made it out of A-ball. Can't really hit, but that is an A-plus name for sure. Let's look at just the batters first. Willie Vargas. Can't hit either. Victor Acosta didn't develop like he does in other versions of the game. Javi Alvarez. 300 hitter in AAA a year ago. Yeah. Take another third baseman. Take a couple of third basemen and let them duke it out in spring training. I like the sound of that. Travis Bevan. Frank Diaz. 80 gap power. Ooh, that's ugly. Tony Fraga, 23-year-old. We traded him to San Diego. He had 320 in AA. David Gallen. That's right. We could, in theory, use a center fielder if we could find somebody who can actually play center field. Forgot about that. So we'll go back through, or at least we'll go back up to the A's once we get through this. See if we can find anybody. Luke Lito. Looking for somebody that has that another former Diamondback, Manny Lyons. Looking for somebody who's got that 65 fielding percent, or that 65 outfield range. Raul Mendoza. Excuse me. Can't hit at all. If he had any bit of a hitting tool at all, that may be interesting, but he doesn't. Oh, excuse me. Jose Rivera. Nah. Victor Santillano. 24 years old. His bat looks okay. His glove is okay. Oops. Marcus Smith. Good defensively. He's 31, though. That's not what I'm interested in. Jaden Thompson. No, doesn't have the range for center field. That's it for... Let's go back up to the top and just make sure we didn't miss anything. 22-year-old. We already have a 22-year-old with a good glove who can't hit. We don't need to take him. Same thing with Dominguez. Excuse me. Let's look at pitchers real quick. All right, so we grabbed a couple of third basemen. I think we're good with that, and we will just let them duke it out. Willie Esparza and Javi Alvarez will... Well, they might both make the team, really. I like Esparza. I think the bat's... Oh, I don't know if the bat's better. Is it really? I don't know. I think Alvarez got a little bit more power. Alvarez is probably the better overall player. Put up 5 WAR at AAA last year. So, yeah, pick up a couple of third basemen in the Rule 5. So, a 3-time World Series champion can't get a big enough budget bump to sign a major league third baseman. So, we gotta rely on the Rule 5. I guess that's just the way it is right now. Fan interest is an 81. I don't think there's anything we can do to impact that right now because we don't have any money. What do I see here? Oh, that's that international guy. Yeah, we don't really... I mean, do we need pitching? I mean, not really, because we're going to get Feliz back in... We'll get him back in July. Oh, God, we could use some pitching. Because right now, I mean, we're going to run either Jansen or Meyer out there as our sixth man. Our bullpen is not very good. Can we trade Morales for a pitcher? Nope. The problem are the finances, because we don't have the finances. We get players like, I mean, there might be somebody in the trade block. Like, is there somebody who's not making a ton of money that the AI wouldn't be not afraid, but wouldn't have a huge issue giving up? Dario Guardia looks okay. 55, 60, 60. Luciano. Extreme ground ball, 70 movement, 50 control. I mean, would he be okay? He'd be okay, right? Sandlin's making $3 million. We could bring him back, maybe. He's got pretty extreme splits. Well, he's making almost 5. Like, what happens if we say, send us Sandlin and retain? Yeah, we just don't have any pieces left. It's funny. Morales. Minnesota would be over budget. Yeah, I'm not giving up one of my main prospects. Not that I have a ton of prospects, but I'm not going to give up my main prospects for a reliever for 1 year. We'll just try to improve the back end. Like, can we get Luciano? We can. Can we get them to retain? Okay. Pickett never developed. We get Elvis Luciano, who's not great, but a couple years ago put up 3 WAR in AAA for Iowa. Good movement. I mean, he's not a starter because the changeup never developed, but I mean, extreme ground ball pitchers are good, so and they're going to retain the entirety of the contract. So that gets us some additional pieces, I think, for the bullpen. So yeah, I'm going to spend the next couple of, well, I'm going to sim up ahead to opening day. And in that time, I'm going to see what I can do to kind of scrape the bottom of the barrel here and see if I can figure some stuff out. I think we have a solution at third. We're going to go with, I think we go Alvarez out of the chute at third base. He's better against lefties. Esparza is, yeah, I kind of like Alvarez. I like the bat profile a little bit better. So maybe we try to flip Esparza. See if we can get some value here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Spend some time trying to come up with the best possible deal. See if I can land another nice bullpen piece. And when we come back, guys, it will be opening day. So I will talk to you then. All right, guys, it is almost opening day, and we made a lot of fringy type moves. We just didn't have the money to do anything of substance. So we made a lot of fringy moves. I'll show you what we did here. I don't even know if they're going to show up. Actually, we'll just do it under complete logs, and then that will show everything. What month are we in? We're in March. So let's look at the major logs. All right, February. So we traded Brian Williams, who is a 20-year-old two-star starting pitcher who was in rookie ball, and a 35-year-old who we signed as a minor league free agent, to the Washington Nationals, getting Emmett Sheehan, with the Nationals retaining 100%. Sheehan's another bullpen arm. Doesn't have great control, but extreme ground ball. Good stuff, good movement. I think he could play pretty well in Arizona. He put up a 1.33 ERA plus in Washington a year ago, so I like that deal. If we go back to January, nothing. Did we do anything in December? We did. We traded Thomas Pickett. I don't know if you guys, I think you guys were here. No, you weren't here for this. You may have been. I don't remember. We traded Thomas Pickett to the Cubs, getting Elvis Luciano. Again, Luciano, not great, but another extreme ground ball pitcher with really good movement. And we traded Thomas Pickett, who was our first-round pick a few years back, and just did not work out. So we added a couple of pitchers. We picked up Griffin Miller as well. He's now hurt for the next couple of months. So we tried to add some pieces to our bullpen. I don't know. I don't know if a four-peat is in the books or not. I think our starting pitching is good enough. I think our offense will be good enough without Buxton and without Lawler out there. Javi Alvarez had an absolutely tremendous spring training. I think he's going to be a good find for us, but yeah, we just and that's right, we don't have a shortstop either. So Eli Ibarra at short now. So we are downgrading at 3 positions offensively. So we have to hope that Lujan has a bounce back season from next season, from last season, and the rest of the guys perform as we expect they can. We will have Zamora up probably next year to slide into second, and we can move Johnson over to third, or we can. He's got a 65 range, so we could potentially play shortstop as well. So we'll see what we'll do with Zamora next season. But yeah, I think our starting pitching is going to be good enough. It's just whether everything else will be good enough. So we're at 36 players. We have to send 2 pitchers down. We're going to send Hamarillo down to AAA. And I think Lennon for now down to AAA. Oh, he's out of option years. And I need to keep him because if we suffer an injury, he's the guy. So I think it's going to be Valadez, Acuna, and we're going to try to sneak him through waivers. Yeah, if we get an injury, we're going to need Lennon as that 6th starter. So this is our 5-man rotation to start the season. Pena, Marin, Shabazz, Molina, and Meyer. Our bullpen's not great. It's not great. So we're not going to lean on them quite as heavily. I think we go with a bit slower hook with some of our starters here this year. And try to run our starters a little bit further. So if we do that with all of our starting pitchers, I mean, it could end up backfiring gloriously if we have pitchers get hurt. But I think this year we need to lean pretty heavily on this starting pitching. Even Luis Molina, whose stuff has dropped down to a 30 right now? Yeah. And then Gunnar Meyer will leave as is. So Savino is our closer. I'm fine with Jansen and Brown as our setup men. Sheehan, I think we leave it like this for now. I'm okay with Luciano as the use more often middle reliever. Mitchell Stumpo got worse. But again, we have a lot of ground ballers in our bullpen, so I'm hoping that this is enough to kind of get us through. So we'll see how it goes. We have 34, so we have to cut 7 player cut. We have to send 7 players down. So Briones, some of these guys are going to refuse assignments, but that's fine. Matthews, Morales, Romo. So that puts us, I think we have to get to 27, right? Yeah, so we got to send 3 more players down. I want to leave Palacios up. I kind of like, and he's been in our minor league system now for 2 years. Guys, hang on just a second. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'd like to keep Palacios. Not a great defensive player, but a good bat. Can be that backup first baseman / third baseman. We've got some other players here that, I mean, like if we trade Kelenic, we got Kelenic on the team. Again, I don't know. I don't think any of these guys are going to be willing to go down, but like Locke, we don't really need. We can send him down. Rincon, he can probably go down. No, he can't. Wait, no, Rincon. Yeah. Esparza, I am trying to trade, but nobody wants him. So if we sim ahead a day, maybe we can trade him. Well, I shouldn't say nobody wants him, but the return, like, it's not worth trading him for a 37-year-old reliever. Sorry. Yeah, I'm still kind of eyeball deep in work here, so it's been there may be a couple more times where I have to bounce in and out of this video here at the very end, but we can get Danny Parada. Looks like a halfway decent catching prospect, which we don't have a lot of. It's not very good defensively, but can hit. Sergio Saavedra, a first baseman who's not, I mean, I guess he's a first baseman, but he's a first baseman with no power, which is weird. First baseman who can't hit, but high work ethic. I mean, he's not terrible, I guess. We could get Ed Howard, which is somebody I was looking at in the offseason. But we have a better option at third base now. Randall Diaz Morales, a shortstop who can't field and isn't really a shortstop. Michael Sirota, nope. That's it. I think we just go after the catching option. Can we get both Calzada and Parada? We can get them both. That would be nice. Okay, we can get both. So we get a couple of catching prospects. Can we get a Jordan Ortiz? We need another bullpen arm, but not at the expense of those players. So we'll just do this. We'll do this. I like him. Good defensively. He could be that starting center fielder for us. No, they want the world for him. They're not going to give me any of these guys, so I'm not even going to bother. Just trying to maximize, right? I need players in my minor leagues, so the more I can get, the better. I mean, I'm fine with the deal the way that it is, but obviously if I can add, you know, anything, add some additional depth to our minor league systems, that would be a good thing. Danny Salazar. Ugh. All right, I'm just going to do this. Calzada and Parada for Willie Esparza. That's fine. Another couple catching prospects in our minor league system. So what does that give us? 20. I think we're good. So let's go ahead and get to opening day, and then we'll set the lineups. So 14-9 in spring training. Obviously, spring training doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot, but that's where we are. Yeah, I'm curious how this year is going to go because we're still stacked at pitcher. We're going to get Feliz back midseason. They want us to win it all again. So yeah, I'm curious how that's going to go. We have one of the top 10 prospects. Still the fourth best system in the league with De Bruin and DeLucas. DeLucas, his ratings have dropped off, but if he ends up with these types of ratings, he'll be a very valuable piece because he's good defensively. But we'll see. We will see. So we're taking on San Francisco on opening day. Go us. So that'll be fun. Let's look at the waiver wire. I don't know that we're going to be able to take anybody because I don't think we have any money. But let's look at pitchers. I like him. Can we claim him? We can. Okay, cool. That looks like a decent pitcher. All right, let's set our... Oh, we got to send one more down. Shoot. Okay. Palacios is likely to get claimed. I don't think any of them will actually go to the minors. That's the problem. Kalinic is a captain. I like having the captain. I think it's our eyes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, we can just send him down. Excellent. All right, so our lineups. All right, let's see how this goes. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like this season. So Tamar Johnson will bat leadoff. Garibay will bat third. Paulino will bat fourth. Lujan will bat fifth. Who's our number 2 hitter this year? Jason Brown. So our 1 through 5 is still pretty damn solid. It's what comes after that that is a little concerning. So I think Alvarez will bat sixth and play third. I think we go Lechuga as our starting center fielder. He's still good enough. I mean, he's still really good in center field. He's not as good as Scales, but still good enough. And then shortstop and catcher. So Melendez will bat 8th. And our shortstop is Eli Ibarra. That's not all that encouraging since he hit terribly the last time he was given that option. But we'll see how it goes. We will copy this lineup and paste it against lefties. What changes do we want to make? Haggers will come in and be our starting catcher against lefties. Palacios, I think, what is Scales? 45-45, 55-60, and Lechuga is, yeah, we're going to leave Lechuga as our starting center fielder, but Scales is going to get, every second game against lefties, and we'll go every, third game against righties. So our lineup is not nearly as strong as it once was. I think we're still fine in the outfield. I think Paulino, Lujan, and then Lechuga and Scales will do a good enough job replacing what Buxton was giving us. But that left side of the infield is really concerning with Alvarez and especially Eli Ibarra. So hopefully we can win some games this season. We can bring some people in, and that will allow us to, hopefully bring in some pieces as we move forward. So let's play the game, or I guess let's let the AI play the game. So we got Johnson, Brown, Garibay, Paulino, Lujan, Alvarez, Lechuga, Melendez, Ibarra with Robinson Pena getting the start. He was 12-9 with a 3.15. They've got Sung Soo Lee, Johnny Perone, Carson Williams, Braden Holcomb, Jefferson Cuero, Alan Trejo, Jimenez, Pete Alonso, David Yorte, and Mitch Spence. That does not look like a very good team, but he was 16-5 with a 3.11. So let's see how this game goes, and we will call it an episode. Tamar Johnson leads off with a base hit to center field. Brown strikes out. Garibay with a fly ball to left that's going to stay in the park. Off the bat, I thought that was a home run, but it stays in the park. Paulino grounds out to first, so we get a leadoff single, and that is it. Lee grounds out. Johnny Perone hits a fly ball to center field. Catch is made there. And Williams draws a 2-out walk. Braden Holcomb grounds to third, and that retires the side. Top 2. Lujan pops up. Javi Alvarez's first at bat is a fly ball to center. Huge outfield here in San Francisco. That one stays in the park as well. And Lechuga grounds out, and that retires the side. We go 1-2-3. Cuero leads off with a base hit to left. Trejo fly ball to left field. Catch is going to be made out there. I like the ad out there that just says gasoline. Jimenez strikes out, and Alonso strikes out. Go to the third, scoreless. Melendez grounds out to third base. Ibarra strikes out. And Tamar Johnson with a single to right. Brown grounds out to second, and that retires the side. So we have 2 hits, both by Tamar Johnson. David Huarte grounds out 3 pitcher covering. Lee hits a fly ball to center. Catch is going to be made there. And Johnny Perone grounds out. So 3 shutout innings for Pena so far. Garibay fly ball to left. 1 out. Good pitching duel here early on. Paulino fly ball to right. Is that one going to stay in the park? It is. Julio Lujan strikes out. So 4th inning, still no score. Carson Williams hit by a pitch. Holcomb strikes out. Another strikeout, and Trejo strikes out. So he hits Williams to lead off the inning, then strikes out the next 3 batters, and I am recording, right? I am. Okay. So we go to the 5th inning. Alvarez leads off with a ground out to second. Lechuga with a ground out to short. And MJ Melendez with a pop-up to the shortstop. So we go 1-2-3 in the 5th. They bring up Jimenez. It's a fly ball to left. Catch is going to be made out there. Rain delay. Oh, come on. Still raining, still raining, still raining. 65-minute rain delay. Ground ball there. 2 away. A walk. Single to left. Single to right. So, yeah, I think they left the pitcher in there. I think they left... Lee steals third. I think they left Pena out there after an hour and 5-minute rain delay on opening day. And he's proceeded to walk single, single, single. Yep. So we're now losing. They bring in a lefty against Eli Ibarra. He strikes out. Tamar Johnson flies out. There's a base hit to the center. So that rain delay, man. 65-minute rain delay. And we're now losing because of that. Here comes Luciano. Walks a batter. Gives up a fly ball to the wall. Ground ball to second. 4-6. Alonso, is that going to stay in the park? Yep. All right, so we're still down 2-0. Paulino strikes out. Lujan with a base hit to right. There's another strikeout. And Kelenic strikes out. So 4 hits through 6 innings. We're losing 2-0. There's a ground ball to second. Lee with a base hit to right. Lee with another stolen base. Perone with a fly ball to the outfield. Catch going to be made there and left. Williams with a fly ball to center. So it's still only 2-0, but we have gotten absolutely nothing going here offensively. Melendez flies out to left. Palacios against Ibarra. He strikes out. Are we going to get shut out on opening day? We scored 16 runs on opening day last season. Are we going to get shut out on opening day this year? All right, so we got some good work there out of our relief corps, but yeah, 2 hits or 4 hits through 8 innings. Leadoff single for Brown. Garibay, line out to shortstop. Paulino with a base hit to center, so 2 on and 1 out for Julio Lujan. And Julio grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to end the game. So we scored 18 runs on opening day last year, and we get shut out on opening day this year. Pena was left in the game too long. Luciano came in and did great work. Pena should have been pulled after the rain delay. He wasn't, and that cost us the game. So we get shut out on opening day. We are 0-1. I am interested to see how this season's going to go, guys. I'm not optimistic. Well, I'm optimistic that we'll be good and that we'll make the playoffs. I think our pitching staff is good enough to make that happen. I just don't know if everything else is. So we'll just sort of have to see how it goes. So as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.